Hello everyone, my name is Marie Matheson and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, I'm going to answer 10 common questions that I get asked. Before I go through the questions, I just want to say I don't represent every other little person. I personally did not grow up with any other little people. It wasn't until this year that I actually started following a ton of different little people, and I started learning a lot more about the community and really how other people had grown up. Personally, being a little person was not a big hurdle in my life. I spent a lot of time analyzing my life this year, and I believe that my height wasn't a big hurdle for me because I was sexually molested by my biological father from when I was a baby up until about kindergarten, grade 1, and mix that with a very addictive personality. I think that was a bigger hurdle for me to overcome than my dwarfism. So again, when I answer these questions, I'm not representing all little people. I'm just going to be talking about my personal experiences. How tall are you? I'm 3'11". There was a long time when I thought, oh, am I gonna make it to that 4-foot mark? But it never happened. So I'm 3'11", and obviously I'm only gonna get shorter and not taller. What do you like to be called? When I grew up, the word midget was like a curse word in my household. And when I would say it, my mom would say, you're not a midget, you're a dwarf. And I never truly understand until I got older, but by that time, the word midget had such a negative feeling for me because of the way that I grew up. So then I wanted to flip it, and I started using the word midget all the time just to desensitize and not have that control on me, and it worked. So personally, hearing the word midget is not offensive to me. That being said, all the little people that I currently follow on social media, any blogs that I've read, any videos that I've watched, any posts that I've seen, the word midget is highly offensive and it should not be used. If you have to call something, it would be little people, it would be LP. You could say that person has dwarfism or that person is a dwarf. The M word should just not be used. It is just politically incorrect. What kind of dwarfism do you have? So as I grew up, my mom had told me that I was the 101 different type of dwarf born. Therefore, they named my dwarfism after me, which would be like my first and last name. As the internet got bigger and bigger and bigger, I started Googling it. I tried so hard to find it. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I just stopped telling people that, and I just tell people that I'm undiagnosed. Can you drive, or how do you drive? I just use pedal extensions and a booster seat. If you want to check on the details, you can just click on this video here. Do you like being short, and would you change it if you could? My answer has been the same for as long as I can remember. No, I wouldn't change it. Did I get bullied because of it? Yeah. Do people stare at me? Yeah. Did people take pictures? Yeah. But mostly people are just curious. I also find that people try to be more kind. They might open doors more often. They might reach stuff on the top shelf for me. I just feel like people are nicer than not, and you're always gonna kind of get that bad seed, but it is what it is. And when I compare it to some other minorities, I'm freaking lucky because I might be faced with rudeness sometimes or jokes at times, but other people are faced with hate, like raw hatred, and it's not okay. And honestly, I'm just grateful that I'm a dwarf. Do you shop in the kids section? I used to get asked this question all the time. It's very rare that I get it now. I feel like the bigger I got, the less people would ask me that question. No, I don't shop in the kids section. I don't even get my clothes altered or hemmed or anything like that. But this year, after following all these different little people on social media, I now see that they get their clothes altered. They buy clothes from special stores. Honestly, I'm really excited to do that one day, to be able to, go buy a pair of pants specifically and then take it to a place to get it perfectly altered. That'll be awesome. I'm a little bit too cheap for that right now, but one day I'll definitely be doing it. I will just add a quick little story here. The more weight that I gained, the harder it was for me to find pants that fit. So for about 5 years or longer, I pretty much only wore tights, and they were always the same black leggings. And after I stopped working at my previous company, one of the employees that I worked with actually told me that there was a big group of people that just thought I wore the same pants every single day. But the truth is, I have a drawer or a drawer and a half full of black tights in different sizes, but they all look the exact same when I'm wearing them. So I just thought that was really funny. It wasn't until this year that I actually could get out of my tights and I started wearing jeans. But they don't actually fit me. I just tuck the pant leg in at the bottom to make it look okay. But that was long-winded. I'm just saying that I don't get my clothes altered. I don't shop from the kids section, but I do look forward to getting them altered one day. Are there any other little people in your family? I remember being told that there was a little person in our family like a couple generations ago, but I don't know the details. So when people ask me, just to keep it simple, I say no, but I think that there was. Is it weird to date an average size guy? I've personally never dated anybody my own height, so I don't know anything different. Both of the long-term relationships that I had, both the guys were over 6 feet. If you had kids, would they have dwarfism too? So from what I've read, there's just a 50-50 chance. It could be an average height kid or a little person. Now the last question, which is probably why you clicked on this video, do I smell farts all day? So first off, I remember when I first got this question, I was like kind of offended. Like I was like, why are you like, that is so rude. And then I paid attention and I'm like, no, luckily I don't smell farts all day. I don't stand directly behind people. So if I'm in a lineup, I'm not standing there like this. I always stand off to the side, which I have to say, I didn't even notice that I did this until after I was asked these questions. And then I like paid attention a little bit more and noticed like, I don't stand directly behind people. I'll like stand to the side or I'll like move further back. I'm just never directly like face to butt. The only time that I'm typically in this situation is when I'm in the airplane, probably smelling farts. I don't know. I think the whole plane usually smells a little bit icky, but outside of there, there's no other situation where I'm like butt to face kind of thing. So anyways, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, I really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. I'll see you next week. Bye.